Happy New Year, everyone. Can't believe it's already here. But anyway, this is our reading for, well, to check into as much of whatever I can see with the cards into Trump's week, his first week into the new year. So anyway, let me swap out cameras, wish you the happiest of New Year ahead of time. And other than that, just hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to use these three decks today. I'm going to combine these two, and then I'm going to use the deck of character afterwards instead of the Kipper, because it's kind of entertaining. On top of, it's great. There are characters, there are tools, and there are places in this deck. So, and there's 111 cards. So when I get there, you guys let me know if you like them or not. I've had some people comment that they don't like the artwork. They wanted more fancy art, and that I understand. But anyway, so starting out with the Visions of Life. Let's look at his week. Okay, so I'll do the same spread, but just a little differently because I'm going to add the Lenormand. Okay, so forces in motion. The sun. Okay. Maybe he's going to learn some things. His greatest challenge. Three of Wands. Oh, goodness. Is he going to be eating documents again? Wow. He can't stop eating paper? It looks to me like there's a lot of studying and a lot of reading, and I think, I bet you with these, he's going to be worried about what actually is being said about him because his tax returns are released. Now, from listening to some experts on the news this morning, I learned that it's, these lawsuits as to his tax returns are all, well, I mean, you'd think his personal taxes would get him, but they're all because of his business. He may not go down for, his business could go down for tax fraud. So I'm probably going to have to do a separate reading on that just to see how that affects, how he's affected by his tax returns coming out. Or maybe I'll use the Kipper afterwards and see. Maybe I'll go ahead and add it all in. Okay, but anyway, let's do two cards for his actions. Eight of Swords. He's going to do something to keep him even more trapped. And then trying to create some freedom. That's interesting. Okay, the karma that's hanging over him. Four of Wands. Maybe he's going to be hung up to dry. How about that? And Five of Wands. Tons of conflict. Wow. Okay, and then over here I'm just going to do two cards because I'm going to put the Lenormand below. If I can make room here. Okay. Oops. The whole deck's fallen over already. Okay, give me a moment. All right, two cards here for his future. Nine of Swords, sorrow. And Knight of Wands, oh, sorrow about not being able to move forward quickly, I think, there. And, of course, as always, I'm going to look at the two on the bottom. Seven of Wands, getting the rug pulled out from underneath him, especially financially. We get this, I think we had this last week. Either that or I had it in a live stream with either Danny or Lisa. Okay, and Five of Swords, defeat. Yeah, well, last week it looked to me, if I remember, you guys tell me, I thought it looked like he was primarily losing partnerships and financial, the ability to have new financial agreements, arrangements, things like that. Okay, so let me make some room here Actually, okay. So with the Lenormand, let's get some more skinny details here. Some more concrete details here that will help. Okay, so let's do 3 cards here. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. Huh. Now, these are his plans. Wow. Okay. Let me go ahead and add a couple cards up here for his karma. Emotional stability is not good. And then crossroads, he's going to have choices hanging over him because, you know, he is having trouble bringing in money. Well, why else would he have done? It's pretty simple, right? Why else would he have done those NFTs and made an idiot out of himself? Oh, man. Okay. And then over here for his future, let me see if I can fit 6 little cards here. I'll try. All right. Okay, opportunities with the clover. This is him. And secrets. Okay. And let's do 3 more. Obstacles. Oh, wait, this is different then. That changes the meaning entirely. Okay. Okay. All right, so just to, you know, summarize again, this week he's looking to learn, and probably what he's really looking to learn about is what does he need to hide in order to protect himself. And over here, as to his actions, with the 8 of Swords, of course, and this is like, you know, the ball and chain. This is, on one level, we could look at it this way and say it's Venus, right? Like restrictions with women. Well, nobody wants to be with him, not even his own wife. And then on another level, we could look at this as like, is this the Ankh symbol? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't think so. I think it's a feminine thing, honestly. Because if it's an Ankh symbol, then it would be restriction. Well, restrictions around life are the meaning of this card anyway. And with adding these 3 cards to, now the 2 of Wands could bring in, chopstick here, could bring in some movement forward, like or looking for some progress, but I've always wondered about this card, you know. Here, if I hold it up more closely, it's like, are these 2 guys really spies? You know, I mean, there's a couple of different meanings here. The card is titled Freedom. It could be that he's looking for freedom, and he's wishing that things were the way they were before he ever ran for president. And, you know, that's one level, right? Because traditionally the two of Wands is our card. You'll probably remember, you know, there's the globe of the world over, and, you know, the guy's got one strong wand, and then the other wand he's got, okay, I want more, right? But, you know, you run out of whatever you can't manage yourself, whatever you can't take self-responsibility for in your life, that does not create freedom. It creates the opposite. And so that's on one level. That's just reading the card one way. But if I look at just the images and forget that, you know, there's this word here, it always reminds me of, you know, 2 guys sitting on a bench and there are a couple of spies, and one guy acts like he's working on his computer, and the other one, it looks like he's eating pizza, but is he really? You know? right? I don't know. You guys tell me what you get out of this card. Because it's just not the traditional Two of Wands at all. Except for, one guy's tied to his computer and the other one's kind of free. Maybe this guy is supposed to be homeless. Yeah, he's got the little tattered, I don't know, semi-homeless where he can just sit in the park and eat pizza whenever he wants. And this guy's, yeah, that's the connotation with this art. This guy's really wanting to be free, but he's not getting it. So restrictions around his freedom, and these are his actions. So he's not going anywhere, and we keep getting this card for him. And this is, in the other deck, it's my Mar-a-Lago card. It's, the one with the four. I've got the the pillars, the four, and the people underneath. So the karma is that I don't think he can go anywhere. Oh, gosh. His reputation is at a crossroads. Yeah. And of course, conflict. Right? Major conflict there. Okay. So, and I feel like, this is him hung up to dry. Even though people say, oh yeah, he had dark hair when he was born. Well, we don't know that. I mean, I don't know. You have any pictures of when he was a toddler? Because I have both of my sons have very dark hair, but my youngest was a towhead until he was about 4. So answer me that. I think hair color can change over time. So, but anyway, with the Lenormand added into these meanings, I get the feeling that he's being watched. But then as far as his actions, he's watching others too. He's not feeling safe. And then this is also my card for fraud and scams, like just crappy behavior, sneaky, scammy, fraudy. And around his house and his real estate. So he's doing what he can. Oh, I bet he's doing what he can to hide assets. And then, of course, he's talking all the time because that's all he does, right? Anybody that'll listen to him, he probably runs around talking to himself. Okay, and then in the future, the Nine of Swords, of course, is our, it's our Dark Night of the Soul card. I mean, leaving the skull here is worried. He's not liking, this is the modern rendition. He's not liking what he's seeing about himself on social media. And I think he's wanting to get out of Dodge and make some big change. But with the Mountain card down here, that's not happening. So this is all his future, at least for the week, where he has risky behavior and he's trying to hide. Again, that's reiterated over here too. and then here, right? He's trying to hide money. And he's blocked. So he's blocked from making money, and he's trying to hold on to and hide whatever he can. And he's also trying to block documents that could incriminate him in the future, right? And then again, what was at the bottom of the deck is the, oh my God, right? Defeat, and his money's gone. He's not making money like he used to. If he ever really did. Some people feel that, some financial experts feel that he's never been one to make a lot of money. And it's just been a big old cover-up for money laundering. And doesn't that make sense when you look at the fact that his tax returns have revealed that he's had 500 LLCs, over 500 pass-through organizations. that's money laundering. So basically 500 shell companies, just think of that. Think of it that way. Okay, so let's set these aside. So what type of character defects, maybe positive things or whatever, is he going to be tapped into, and who's he going to be hanging out with this week? And you guys let me know if you like these cards. Okay. Yeah, of course. I feel like 6 with this one. I had to put a bathing suit on her. 3, 4, 5. Actually, I can do 7. Let's do that. Odd numbers are better for knighting anyway. Okay, what's the last one? Let's take it off the bottom. Yeah. Of course. All right, so those are the character aspects he's going to be displaying himself and who he's hanging out with. Well, of course we know he hangs out with the devil. Of course we know he wants, you know, the love goddess in his life, but he can just keep on wishing for that because it's not a real thing. He's not getting that. It's all about him. He thinks he's the master, and then, you know, everyone else is a servant, and he's the wizard. You know, maybe that's why we had that sun card down here, is maybe he's going to talk to other people who can help enlighten him in some way, but it's really just for what, you know, so that he can master something. These two cards mirroring each other are not good at all. Not good. Master with the unicorn. That adds up to spiritual bypassing on a deeper level, and on the pure physical level, he's just delusional. Which I guess both are. Okay, so he's avoiding working on himself, right in the center there. And he's devoted to just the love, and then he thinks he's the wizard of the darkness. Well, he's in there. Okay, what tools will he be using? Or actually, I could also read it as, what tools will he be trying to use? And how successful will they be? Maybe what tools will be coming down on him? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll take the one off the bottom. Cards are so slippery. Blood, claw, mirror, candle, war. He's drinking and doing drugs and laying around. Okay. Wow. This is him trying to claw back January 6th problems. He's having to look in the mirror whether he likes it or not. This whole row to me spells January 6th. Yeah. Wow. And this is coming back on him. Maybe we could say, you know, these have been his karmic tools, and now they're coming back. They will. Karma, that's just the way it works. They will come back. The things we have done will come back so that we can re-evaluate. Okay, where's he going to be this week? What places, what experiences will he be having? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one off the bottom. Wow. Okay, is he going to visit? Is he actually going to visit a graveyard? Is he going to visit somebody? Is he going to visit his first wife's coffin on the golf course? Okay, let's just keep going. Yeah, he isn't going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's just stuck at home. Right here, both of these home. You can't see the forest for the trees, you know, or the palm trees, I guess, at Mar-a-Lago. He's spinning, and he's wrestling with himself, of course, but he's just like not going anywhere. Wow. Now, because the candle lands right in the center, and you know we have our center row here. The candle's going to light up. Well, he's still holding the candle for his, you know, MAGA morons. Pardon me if you're one. I don't think you'd be watching my channel, but and then there's emotional issues that might come to light that he could be wrestling with. And then also, why doesn't anybody love me anymore? Wow. Okay. This little 9-box square here reminds me of he's in survival, and you know, but he's in survival, but he thinks he's smarter than everyone else. But maybe deep down inside he doesn't, because he could be kind of lost about that. And then this, of course, could be our Russia card. And this may very well be, if we read it on a different layer, this may very well be Putin, who is master over him. And he could be very afraid of where he could land because of Putin. But, you know, he's got 24/7 security detail on him, and nobody's going to let him be assassinated. I doubt. I mean, I don't think that could. I really doubt that could happen. Oops, hold on. Sometimes my camera cuts off this one edge. So let me move these over. Okay. So, wow. He's in survival, can't find the forest for the trees, but also, yeah, I can't really see the details because of all his emotional reaction that is just keeping him buried. He's buried under emotional reaction and survival fears. And he's maybe just doesn't want to look in the mirror because there's hiding here. And maybe he's wanting to hide from Putin. Maybe he has secret fears of Putin getting to him. You know, I mean, because that's the thing. Maybe it really could happen. I don't know. Let's go with this 9-box square here. So again, with the candle, he's, you know, there's some light. He's looking for some support, but maybe he's feeling like he only has himself because we've got the demon here. He lights a candle and this is what he gets, right? Because this is who he's been aligned with, all the demonic energy on the planet, right? War. He's been aligned with war. It's all about him. He thinks he's the one at the top. But he's stuck at home. He can light all the candles he wants at home, but he's just spinning. He's spinning in war, and he's spinning in what he's done. I don't really know. Maybe, you know, I mean, if you want to look at some self-awareness for the week, I mean, I see a lot of fear, but there's that real possibility that there is some self-awareness here with these cards. And then like, wow, what have I done? And he's spinning in that and worried about it. Okay. And then if we go to this 9 box here, we have Love Potion is, it's about as lame as a unicorn. Okay, so you guys, if anybody is out there worried about psychic attacks or spells or hexes, they are not real. They are not real. Unless you believe in them, and then you can get all, you can be in that maze forever, acting like a victim. But your love is the only thing that protects you, and your self-love can set boundaries, but it's very, 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 and I don't care if I lose subscribers over this one, it is very superstitious to think that hexes and, voodoo and, voodoo dolls people sticking pins in them, or people sending you bad energy. If people send you bad energy, it comes right back to them. It bounces right off the love and the truth. If you're speaking, and if you're always working for the truth, as in if you're doing your work to clear out the darkness, if you're always trying to look inside, to clear out the lower self material, if you're always aligned, if you're doing your best to align with your higher self and to shine the light, and you're looking in the mirror to look at your lower self, you have a lot of compassion for your lower self because you always know you can do better. And your lower self is nothing more than a very wounded, traumatic aspect of your personality. It's not who you really are. So if people are out there saying they're getting psychically attacked, they're just buying into this type of energy here, and you can spin around and spin around and spin around in that for as long as you want. As long as you want. Now, that doesn't mean that if you keep thinking of someone you haven't thought of in a really long time, that doesn't mean that they're not thinking about you and you're vibing each other in. That's different. Those are, especially if it was an old love relationship. That can be something that is, that place where we're sensitive and we're picking up on things. But if you're picking up on negative energy coming at you, just go into your love. Just go into your heart. Go into your self-love. Go into all the love that you have in your life. And in a split second can be gone. Can just be gone. So it's nothing to worry about. But if you want to believe in spells and hexes and stuff like that, and maybe he does, these cards here could be explaining his belief system, and it'll keep you just kind of stuck. You can't really get to the top. You can't really go down deep. You're just kind of stuck. And you can wrestle with that forever. And it will deck you, literally. It will deck you. It will waste your energy. And I think that this is what's going on with him. He's having to rest a lot. And these two cards together, now, there is another card in here, which is, hold on. Yeah, he didn't get protection. Here's the Drunken Sailor card. I've gotten this card for him before. But when we add these two together, it brings me, I really get that feeling of, he thinks he's being attacked. And then again, maybe he's sending out, because this row is his experience. He's not going to get what he wants. But it could be that he's sending out vibes to try and get some love into his life, and then he thinks he can just sit back and wait for it. It's like, you know what, dude? Nobody wants you. He needs to do so much work on himself to be in the love state. There's just no way that's not happening. So, all right, that feels complete. And I actually want to check in just for myself with the, I want to check in with the Kipper just for fun. And I know this is a little longer. Well, it's not as long as we've gone before, and I'll try to go as quick as I can. But let's look at his legal I'll use this one here. Ciro Marchetti's End of the Century deck. Whoops. Oh, there that went. Okay. Okay. Trump's legal situation. Oh, all right. There's the first one. So how's he going to be doing this week? Ushering in the new year. 2, 3, 4. Whoa. 5. He's going to be locked up this week? I doubt that. I think he has restrictions on his work, his ability to work. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that row. 1, 2, 4, 5. And I'm going to take the 2 off the bottom. Okay. So, health issues, mental issues, that he still wants to talk to people, judgments, dark night of the soul he's not getting out of, abundance, ambition, ruh-roh, some support coming through there, and then his clan, his assets, his ancestry, his lineage. At the bottom, ooh, within a few months there's going to be big change or change coming through. You know, remember we had the King of Wands over, or Knight of Wands over here with the tarot? That's like big change in the future too. Interesting. This is also my card for surveillance. And of course we know that he has that. He has 24/7. Even when he travels, everywhere he goes, even when he travels, he always has Secret Service detail on him. Okay, so meetings, could even be secret meetings about his work, and some supportive man. Could it be Putin? And then his ability to get some money in the door. And he's really worried about his assets and restrictions. So the wow, man, look at this. The imprisonment card is knighting down here to the coffin. So we have painful endings and loss and restriction, and maybe even, well, I feel like he's probably feeling like he's on house arrest already, because he's not going anywhere. This could be our stand-in card here for Mar-a-Lago, of course, right? And he's feeling imprisoned in his own house. He's in his own self-created prison that he has created from all the money laundering and, you know, from his work over all the years. And now he's being judged. He's going to have to answer for it. And he can't think about anything else. And he's in crisis over here. You put these two cards together, we might as well have the Tower. And if he's not in, well, what am I saying? These two cards right here are severe mental health issues. And so it's not just a down patch. And then with the child card above, this is him going back to his, you know, early, he's got some subconscious things coming up, going back to his early upbringing. Maybe that's why we keep getting that, remember that Four of Wands, the card with the little kid hanging on the clothesline? And whenever I see that card, that little kid to me looks like him as a toddler. These are toddler moments here. This could be his dad. This is our father card for the person you're reading on, or any supportive elderly, or relative, or any friend, any colleague. This could be Don Jr. I don't know that he'd be worried about him, but Don Jr. is, he's implicated in J6 as well. So that is something to remember. Even though he said he didn't remember who he sent those texts to, and he didn't remember who sent him the information, but he was all up in it. So he's implicated just as well. Okay, so sudden wealth, and abundance. Just think of abundance when you see this card. It doesn't have to be sudden wealth. Meetings about bringing in some money. Maybe he's thinking, what would my dad do? Because his dad really did teach him how to work with the mob. Yeah, he is going to be meeting for ways to work it to get some money in the door. But these cards over here don't look good at all, because there's an investigation into how he received money that he actually didn't work for, did not work for here, and how he did that a lot. Now, the Great Fortune card is really hard to mess up, but the way you mess it up is to have this card nearby in the same row, and this one right next to it. And then this one being something small. So, yeah. Okay, I would say, in summary, that the cards are revealing that he's still worried about money. He's still trying to bring it in the door. That's of course, why he did his little non-fungible tokens and made an ass out of himself. And now it's left him feeling this way still. And, yeah. I mean, if I were to read the four corners, it doesn't look bad. But when you add all the dirty, the messed up cards that are touching the good cards, it cancels it all out. So I'm not even going to bother with that. But he's really having problems. He can't think of anything else, and he's lost it mentally. Right here, these three cards are dementia, Alzheimer's. So I think I've said that enough. I'm going to get this uploaded, you guys. And wishing you the happiest New Year's Eve, and let's have the best 2023. Well, it'll be the only 2023 we have, but let's have the best year we can next year. Okay, bye.